The following is a presentation of the Maine Department of Education School Finance Team, brought to you by the Maine School Management Association.
I am Terry Beal. I'm the school finance consultant, and I'm going to talk to you today about account coding, but more importantly, accurate account coding. And so as we get into this, you're going to think, why do we really care if your account codes are accurate as long as we have your numbers accurate? But we do care about your account coding to ensure statewide transparency. We need uniformity for Maine legislature and federal reporting mandates. Compliance will give you clean audits. But most importantly, we need accurate coding because it directly impacts the EPS formula calculations. So to get this accurate coding, we provide you with multiple resources that are at your fingertips. First and foremost, the absolute most important resource you have available is the School Finance Accounting Handbook. We update this handbook every year, and it's available to you on our website. And I've included a QR code that will take you right there. We just finished a fairly substantial revision to ensure that we are in alignment with the federal accounting regulations. You can find the list of revisions on our website as well, and I apologize because it's usually a one-pager. This year it's 12. The other tools that we have available on our website are model charts of accounts and a salary and benefit matrix. And we also provide you with access to the MEFS code validation. So the model charts of accounts that you'll find on our website are extensive. You'll find regular education, school administration, I'm hitting buttons, special ed, facilities and maintenance, along with a host of others. This is a sample of what that chart of accounts will look like. It gives you all of the detail and the codes that we're looking for. You'll see that for fund, program, function, and object codes, we require 4 digits, and for cost center codes, we require 3. Another resource that we provide to you on the website is the salary and benefits matrix. And this shows you the pairing of appropriate codes, their object codes in this chart, and it shows you by position what codes are acceptable. All salary and benefit codes must have the same exact string except for the object code. Otherwise, you're going to get an error in MEFS. I see this error most commonly with stipends. So stipends, it does not matter the position. You have to use the object codes that are given to you on this matrix. So for all salaries, you're going to use a 1500 series. So in this example, this will show you the errors that you're going to see. I've taken a regular ed teacher by position. I've changed the salary object code to 1510 because it's a stipend. I've kept the same benefit code line, but it's going to show you when you enter it into MEFS, it's going to tell you that yes, you've used a valid benefit code of 2010, but you don't have the corresponding salary code. And it will also tell you that you have a valid salary code of 1510, but it's not finding the corresponding benefit code. So if you look back at the salary benefits matrix, you'll see that regardless of position, for all benefits of a stipend, you're going to use the 2000 object code. For correct coding of this, you would change your object code regardless of your position. Again, you would change the salary code to a 1500 series, and your benefits code would be 2000. When you put it in, it would become pending, and you would have 0 errors. Another resource we provide for you is the code validation in MEFS. From the home page, you would go to the maintenance tab and click on the drop-down arrow. From there, you would select code combination validation. your screen is going to look like this. You would click on the down arrow in the type box, and it will give you these options to choose the pairing you're trying to validate. So in this scenario, I chose the type program and cost center, and I've chosen a program code of 1100, and I want to see if I can pair it with a cost center code of 300. From my search results, it tells me that program code from 1100 to 1199 and cost center code 300 to 499 have exclusions, and I'm not allowed to use that code combination, and it's indicated by the Y under exclusion rule. So I know I can't use 300. I tried to see if I could use 150. And when I click on the search bar, I can see that this combination is valid because I have 0 records found under the search results. So now for fun, let's say you have no idea what cost center code to use. So you put in your program code and you leave the cost center field blank. By doing a search like this, it's going to give you additional information to help you narrow down your selection. So with this search result, the first 3 lines you'll see on there that show exclusions were only valid from 2006 to 2010. And that's because we changed our cost center codes to 3 digits in 2011. Those 3 lines you're going to ignore, it doesn't matter. The bottom 2 lines are the ones you're going to be looking at, and it shows you that you cannot use cost center code 990 to 999 or 300 to 499 with program codes 1100 to 1199. So now we've narrowed down what you're able to use, and I urge you to then go back to your accounting handbook. I can't stress enough how important this tool is. The handbook will have all of your answers. Okay, any questions about the resources available before I go into reporting? Okay. So while I know all of you have multiple annual reports that you have to file, I just want to touch on 3 reporting areas where critical account coding, or accurate account coding, is very critical. So first we'll talk about your annual budget submission. Both budget revenue and budget expenditure files are mandatory. The files must be created in MEFS for your full year budget under quarter 1. If you use any other quarter, the files will block, and I can't accept them as that. They have to be under quarter 1. All files must be uploaded and submitted within 30 days of budget approval or August 15th, whichever comes first. In addition to your MEFS files, you are also required to provide us with warrant articles, budget meeting minutes, and voter declaration of referendum. Those items can either be uploaded into MEFS under supplementary documents, or you can send them directly to me via email. SADs, RSUs, and CSDs must also complete the EFM 46 report found in NEO, and CTE regions must complete the EFM 46V report found in NEO. And then we get into quarterly reporting. Actual revenue, actual expenditure, and actual balance sheet files are due 30 days after the end of each quarter. Quarterly reports must be filed, reviewed, and migrated in sequential order as the migrated data overwrites the previous data. If you find yourself that you're behind in your quarterlies and you submit quarter 2 and then you go back and submit quarter 1, if I don't catch that, which with 266 of you I may not, your quarter 1 will be approved, you migrate it, I no longer have your quarter 2 data. So it's important that you do them in order. If you do have to play catch up, just send me an email so I know that I'm going to be doing these in order. And just of note, salary and benefit inconsistencies and negative balances are only allowed in quarters 1 and 2. We let those go through because chances are they're going to even themselves out by the time we get to quarters 3 and 4. But at the point of quarter 3 and 4, you will get errors in MEFs, and they'll have to be corrected before the files will be accepted. So why do we want quarterly reporting? Programs like ECSE, the Early Childhood Special Ed, those reports are used and required by them for verification of Fund Code 2213 and Revenue Codes 3128 and 4508. They use your expenditure reports for that same reason. They're looking at all of your expenditures in Fund 2213. And then by FY28, all SAUs will participate and therefore will be required to file quarterly reports. And right now we have more SAUs that are required than are excluded, so we're requiring everyone to do it. Quarter 4 reporting is your year-end reporting, and that has the most crucial timeline. Financial files are needed, all three, the actual revenue, actual expenditure, and actual balance sheet. And they must be uploaded into MEFs by August 30th. Anytime yours are delayed, my review is delayed, and that delay affects the funding. Okay, I have on here the MEF status codes that you may see. I'm not going to go over all of them, but there are a few I want to just point out. The first one is blocked files. If you submit files outside of the reporting window, like I was talking about if you're going back to quarter 1 and it's quarter 3, you will get a blocked file status. No need to worry. Send me an email. Let me know what fiscal year you're working on, what quarter, and what files blocked, and I can go in and unblock them. And then I'll send you an email giving you the status of the file after the unblocking. If I review your files and I find something that has to be fixed, you'll see a rejected status. And to find out the reason for the rejection, if you click on the details icon in MEFs with your report that shows rejected, when that file opens up, you'll see the rejection reason in red text at the top of the page. Migrated status is the only status that gives us access to your data. So you send it to us, it's in pending status, I review it, I approve it, you then have to go in to certify it, and until you certify it, it does not migrate. So once it's migrated, we have access to the data. And then the last thing I want to touch on are important dates, and most of these I talked about in my presentation, but I did add the EFS 07, which is open, which gives me palpitations knowing that it's open. But that one is open, and it directly affects your funding as well. And you'll find both the EFS 07 and the EFS 214, they work together. You'll find that data on page 3 of your ED 279. Your budgets directly impact your funding. That's used, as they talked about earlier, for your gifted and talented. And then, of course, your quarterlies and your actual reports affect the EPS funding formula. So I went through it really fast. If anybody has any questions, I'll answer them now, or you can come see me after. And one thing I do want to say, lots of times I get emails, people will say, how am I going to code this? The more information you can send me, the better. If you have, let's say you have a grant that you received, or you have a new scholarship, or something to that effect. You're receiving money and you don't know where you should post it. Just send me an email, but give me as much detail as you can. If you have an award letter, if you have any other documentation that goes with it, just send that to me, because then I can give you a more accurate recommendation. Okay? Thank you.
Any questions you have that aren't covered in this video? Go to maine.gov/DOE/funding and click on Contact Us. There you'll find the contacts for the school finance team. Expect a response within 24 to 48 hours. Click on another video within the playlist to continue watching the training.